Chuck, early yesterday, that was something they didn't want to address. Today,
No.
it came up. It came up last night with Alan Dershowitz as well.
It did. It felt like Jay Sekulo's job today was almost pleading, begging Republican senators not to ask for Bolton's testimony. I mean, he was so dismissive, but yet kept talking about it, which tells you they seem to be nervous that they're losing this argument. I wrote down a few of the statements he said. Maybe it's in someone's book, or and this is, are we really going to impeach somebody based on an excerpt in the New York Times? It was almost begging, screaming, yelling at those Republican senators, don't do this, don't go down this Bolton road. And the question I have is, was it effective, or was there a point it came across as almost, you doth protest too much? You know, what are you afraid of here? At the end of the day, if your argument is this doesn't meet an impeachment standard, that even if you look at everything the Democrats allege, even if you take what Bolton said, so if that is their stance, then at the end of the day, why are they afraid of Bolton testimony? That was what struck me. It was that he kept coming back to it. He kept sounding alarmist. It seemed to me it was just masked in fear of Bolton, fear of this Bolton testimony.
Does this have the sense of something that there were some very serious discussions and hand-wringing over?
It certainly feels like it to me. I mean, the fact that we went from, as you noted yesterday, Lester, one mention by Alan Dershowitz, to essentially Jay Sekulo's job was to make the don't call John Bolton defense argument, right? That I think ultimately that is what that was designed to be. It could work. I mean, that's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and presume it. There might be some, though, that hear, wow, that's aggressively nervous about Bolton. Why, right? Like, there's going to be two ways some people may interpret Mr. Sekulo's passion in this argument.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.